Oh, look, we're starting to hear already with the blank screen. It's all good though, baby. Game number one is here. Game number one is here. Lakers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Just to give you guys a quick golden nugget, the Lakers are minus 15. The OKC Thunder are minus 15 and a half point favorites against the Los Angeles Lakers. Just imagine that gap. They have everyone around believes Lakers have no chance against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, we're just going to have to see because playoffs are different. But can the Lakers actually match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder? Got some good breakdowns tonight for game number one. Woo! Let's see if they can do it. But before we get into the breakdowns, can the Lakers match up OKC? What do they have to do differently? Can they improve their defense? Can they get more out of the role players? What is it going to look like for Austin Reeves? I got to talk about my friends at Pechanga Resort Casino, and you can play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. Now, you guys have been asking where this man is at and how come I do not bring him on Lakers Talk Daily. Well, I had to hit him up today because this is a very, very big game for the Lakers. Game number one against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you guys are very, very familiar with this guy. The host of Lakers pre, half, and post. You guys can always catch him filling in for our shows here on ESPN Los Angeles. Beto Duran. Beto.
First of all, I'm just to fill in, so glad I could be here today. Thanks for having me. My background here. Where am I at? There we go.
Hey, look, man, you look good, man. You look clean up. I'm loving the hat, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, to everyone.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Beto,
I do have
man.
my tequila ready to go, but you're gonna need some tequila for tonight's game, Deondre.
Oh,
And you, first of all, thanks for having me. And let me just say this in all sincerity. I know you're saying that people are asking, ain't nobody asking for me. You know why? Because this is about you. And I'm very, very proud of your growth this season, your success this season, and how much better you get every single show. I may not interact in this chat because I want it to be all about you, but I watch every single day. And man, I am extremely proud of everything that you do and the way that you continue to grow in your career, man. But with that being said, oh boy, I'd rather talk about you than this game tonight.
Beto, man. Everyone's minus 15 and a half points. That is a lot, man. I understand that Jalen Williams is not going to be playing, and the Lakers will not have Luka Doncic, but minus 15 and a half points?
It's because it's Oklahoma City. It has to do with someone with the Lakers too. I think if Luka Doncic would be there, they would still be a double-digit underdog. And like, again, I don't bet the NBA, but I watch the Vegas lines and just to see what's going on because there's a reason Vegas can afford those lights, right? There's a reason they have so many casinos. And it's very interesting that LeBron James is going to be a huge underdog like this. And it's not because Vegas is saying, oh, the Lakers are no good. It's more of, damn, Oklahoma City is loaded. Oklahoma City subs would be starters anywhere else. And Oklahoma City is young, the defending champs. They come at you, they swarm you, they attack you. They don't let you breathe. And if you look at the Lakers' depth, that's going to be an issue in this series because when the starters go out, look who's coming in, and you're like, oh, man, A.J. Williams. Oh, man, Hartenstein, like Jared McCain. Whatever it is that's coming at you, it's going to be an onslaught, and it's the Lakers have to be perfect in this game. Can they win tonight? Absolutely. Can they win the series? Extremely difficult. But the best shot for the Lakers to win is in the first game. That's usually when you're just going off of old film. It's when they make adjustments after the first game. That's what's going to be interesting. But I'm not surprised at the number. And honestly, DeAndre, I'm surprised it's not even more because when it opened up after Friday night's game, it was 13 and a half. They always have an opening line, and that's just to gauge and see where people are going to bet. And people usually, when you have a marquee name like the Lakers, Laker fans will bet the Lakers, right? The sharp money was coming in on OKC that went from 13 and a half to where we're at today and 15 and a half. So it's interesting. I mean, are the Lakers done? No. Is it an uphill battle? Absolutely. Is it going to be extremely difficult? 100%.
And so you like game one, everyone's saying that this is the game that if they want to make a difference in this series, they have to go out there and get it. We saw what the Minnesota Timberwolves were able to do against the San Antonio Spurs last night, stealing the first one in San Antonio, and everyone had the Spurs winning game number one. This one for the Los Angeles Lakers, it is very, very important to try to go out there and get that one, because you're setting the tone for how the rest of the series is going to be, in my personal opinion. Because this regular season matchup, being 0-4 against OKC, and the way that they were losing, understand that Luka Doncic missed one of those games, Austin Reeves missed one of those games, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves missed one of those games. So, like, the Lakers never fully had their big three on the basketball court at the same time. But that's no excuse, because OKC, they're without Jalen Williams, and in one game they're without SGA, and they still found ways to win. So the tone setter for this series matters, because 29 points was the average as far as the Lakers losing against OKC in the regular season. That is a lot, and majority of those games, it was pretty much over by the time halftime came. So that is why I feel like no one is giving the Lakers even a puncher's chance against this series against OKC, let alone what happened in the regular season, but just because how OKC is. It is a big difference from playing Houston into OKC. JJ Redick talked about it, that Houston Rockets, their level of defense is a baseline for how OKC is. That's like, on a worst night, that's how good they can be. So meaning OKC has another level into how they play defensively. I think that is what worries me heading into this series, because we've seen the turnover stories with the Lakers. And the inability to, and you also see what LeBron James and the workload he has been, and then taking consideration now that there's only going to be a day in between games 1 and 2, day in between games 3 and 4. So as far as the rest period, that is also a factor that we have to take in as well. But I think I'm just looking at, as far as the physicality, the energy that OKC brings, that's what worries me with the Lakers heading into this series.
You can't look at games 2 until you get through game 1. You can't look at game 3 until you get through game 2. You have to teach every single game. Very, very important. It's going to be completely different. And you're talking about the physical play that Oklahoma City brings. It's a great point, because they want to be aggressive, but they can also run with you, right? And the Lakers, they're old when you have LeBron James out there, right? They can't match up with you. They have to be perfect. Oklahoma City's defense is smothering. It swarms. Are they going to blitz you? Are they going to attack you? What are they going to do? And on the flip side, when the Lakers are bringing up the ball, is it going to be Austin Reeves? Is it going to be Marcus Smart? What's going on? Is it LeBron? And then with LeBron, one thing that we saw in the first round, because of those turnovers, how many sloppy entry passes did they have into LeBron when he was in the elbow, right? And they got away with some of those. Mm-hmm. But I think the percentage rate of turnovers like 19, something around there. Yeah. But Oklahoma City sniffs that out. They won't even allow you to get that entry pass in there. LeBron on the block against a smaller wing would be great, but can you break through to get to that point? One thing about it too is when the Lakers are on defense, are they going to switch? Are they going to blitz? What are they going to do? And all season long, we've seen when the Lakers do switch, it's a hard thing for them. Like, this is where we get into the hardcore basketball talk analysis. Like, when I do the postgame show, it's completely different, right? The postgame show is letting Walrus go and rant whatever he wants to do, or whisper whatever he wants to do. It's like dealing with Ken Newport Beach's negativity, right? That's what the postgame show
or Peter trying to trade away Austin Reeves.
You know what? Okay, Acevedo, right? You're talking about him?
Yeah, I'll talk about Acevedo, yeah.
This is a very important series for Austin Reeves.
I agree.
Austin Reeves is going to get paid by somebody, right? It's just, that's what the market is going to, his value is going to be. Should it be the Lakers going all out for him? I don't think so. But if Austin Reeves, who's probably going to have who? AJ Williams on him?
Right? Or Kason Wallace?
Kason Wallace, right? AJ
Yeah.
Mitchell's going to be on it, right?
Yeah.
AJ Mitchell, doesn't it kind of look a little Austin Reeves-esque? Like, right? Mm-hmm. Late find out who is this guy, Mitchell. I love him. He's from Belgium, right? His dad was a hooper from Virginia who played overseas, and that's why he grew up in Belgium. But goes to Santa Barbara, a late pick, and then just comes up. That matchup against Austin Reeves is going to be one to really look out for if they are each other a lot. Because what does Austin Reeves have struggled with? Physical defense, and he can't get a shot off. Mm-hmm. And if Austin Reeves can't get a shot off, forget about getting that big payday from the Lakers. It's, are you really that dude? Oh, can you really help us? That's an issue for Austin Reeves away from the Lakers in his contract. But the Lakers need Austin Reeves to make shots. They need Marcus Smart to make shots. You're talking about the physical play. Rui Hachimura has to be a dog every single possession. And we've seen that Rui sometimes backs off, right? He defers at times. We know Marcus Smart is going to get in somebody's face, and he's probably going to get a couple of texts during this series. That's what he does. Can Rui mix it up like that? Is Deondre ain't a guy who's going to be pushing people around? No. Hartenstein is a dude who's looking at this like, all right, let's go. And I know Deondre yesterday at practice was talking about how this is what he wants and how this is right. This is how it feels. His first couple seasons with Phoenix and how it was taken away from him with Portland. And this is where it's supposed to be. Every play is intensified and how every play is magnified. Yeah, Deondre, you're 7 foot. You better do that. And he has tendencies to start strong and disappear, right? That's the problem with the Lakers. They cannot disappear because OKC plays the full 48.
Yeah, and I think that's why you got to have a whole different perspective heading into the series, because Houston Rockets, you're able to get away with certain things as far as in certain possessions, knowing that offensively they struggle. Amin Thompson's not going to be your typical, one drill pull-up guy. Everything he likes to do is get to the basket, get fouled, get to the free throw line, or he's looking to catch a lob. Alperen Sengun, we see what he is, his ability, which back to the basket, trying to get to his spots, hook shots. Deondre did a really good job on a guy like Alperen Sengun. But the difference is between just those teams is OKC, Houston has flawed on their bench. You're living with Josh Okogie trying to shoot a three-point ball. You're living with Jayshawn Tate. You're living with, Reed Shepard shooting 5 of 20. You're going to have those nights. With OKC, you can't count on Isaiah Joe to have a bad night. What did Isaiah Joe do in one game against Lakers? He hit 6 3-pointers. In a span of 20 minutes, and you look at, like you mentioned, AJ Mitchell. He's able to get to his spots. One drill pull up is another primary ball handler, another guy to offload SGA. And SGA is another thing that the Lakers are going to have to worry about. But just this OKC roster, just from starting lineup to the bench, is different. That's where you mentioned guys like Rui being able to be that guy. Top in the field goal percentage and 3-pointers in the playoffs this season. Can he be able to keep that up against OKC? Austin Reeves. Not a role player, but he's your guy that you're relying on coming back from an injury, a guy you were looking into the offseason, giving him a max contract. If he has that same sort of series that he had against the Minnesota Timberwolves last year when he got a guy like Jaden McDaniels guarding him and Kassan Wallace, we see what he was doing as soon as he picks up half court. This ain't no Royal Ivy on the Houston Rockets side screaming on him, get up. No, his mentality, he's going to do that right from the start. Just a whole different look and a different team. And just the bench production for the Lakers is going to have to be there. Jake LaRivia is going to have to find some ways. He's going to contribute on the defensive end, hopefully. But can he actually get to his spots to make layups when he's wide open, when they're leaving him open? Can he be consistent enough to at least knock down a 3-point ball? Then you look at the rest. Jackson Hayes. You can't be MIA like you had in that Houston Rockets series where moments where he's good, moments he's not good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you got to – This is a series where it's like your starting five has to be good, but your bench and the guys that come in, you have to be able to excel as well.
One thing about this, though, this is a completely different OKC team in the playoffs. Their head coach, Mark Daigneault, is fantastic at making adjustments. This is also going to be very important to see J.J. Redick in his second year as Lakers head coach, what kind of adjustments he makes in-game, right? Because OKC – we have no idea who their assistant coaches are. We have no idea who their scouts are. But around the league, they know. Mm-hmm. That is a very, very well-coached team with young guys that accept their roles, know their roles, and are okay with the minutes that they're getting. This is going to be where, how are you going to attack SGA? He's going to get his points, but you're hoping that a guy like Wallace, a guy like Mitchell, the outside shooting isn't going down. Because the Lakers shot very well in games 1 and 2, so they need that to happen. But they need OKC to have an off-night shooting from the outside in order to get after it. That's one of the things the Lakers are going to need. But the defensive intensity from OKC, they come at you in waves. And another thing that the Lakers do not prepare for is the runs. They give up a lot of runs. They might have a 15-point lead. Next thing you look up, you're like, damn, it's only a 4-point game.
Yeah.
OKC, they get run after run after run, and next thing you know, you're down 25, and you're like, oh, let's pack it up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I bet I want to talk more about Austin Reeves, just because I have a question for you. But before we do any of that, I have to let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist, and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
What is going on? Welcome back to Lakers Talk Daily. Game number 1 is here. Lakers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Guys, I'm obviously joined by Beto Duran, your host of Lakers pre, half, and post. We can catch him on today. By the way, what type of mood
are we doing a road trip post-game show tonight on YouTube? Tim back in the studio. Are we doing this? Am I scheduled to have somebody on YouTube?
Yeah, we are.
Damn, I need to comb my hair there.
Yeah, we have we all need a haircut. Man, it's getting to that point. We need a haircut. By the way, John is supposed to be running the operation tonight, so we'll be on the lookout for that.
All right, I guess I got to dress up to them today. Damn.
What type of mood do you think Funch is going to be on today?
We love Funch.
We love
Funch. He's neurotic. He's like Kramer and Larry David at the same time. He needs to be more like JB Smoove, though. He needs to be chill, man. But Funch is like, nah. Funch is hanging up on everybody tonight.
Oh, look, if you are not ready for the calls tonight, if you're not prepared, if you don't know what you're going to talk about, just be prepared to hear that click. I'm telling you guys right now, we are not joking. Funch does not play.
And this is also the expectation you saw the other day. The level that you should have in the playoffs, it also rises for postgame show. I don't mess around as much in the postgame show during the playoffs. But also, we have really good calls and smart basketball people that call the postgame show. That's why I let them talk, bro. You don't need, oh my God, what is that picture of Funch?
Oh my God, man. Oh God. Can we full screen that real quick?
No, man. I ain't ready for this.
Yes, please. What is going on there? Oh my goodness. That is very wow. That is what we're doing today on Lakers Talk Daily.
We're gonna have a good
to kind of get back into this. You mentioned to get back into this, you mentioned Austin Reeves. And as far as his contract situation, I think that has been one of the biggest discussions as far as his return in this for the Los Angeles Lakers, and just how is he going to play in the playoffs? And if he doesn't have a good series, is that going to kind of change the trajectory as far as what the Lakers should value on that? Because we've seen the reports of him being $35 to $40 million per year player. If he doesn't go out there and perform, he doesn't put out the numbers necessary, and let alone helping this team at least get a game or two and try to extend this series, or hell, even try to win this series. If he doesn't have a good series against OKC, are the Lakers going to look at this offseason with a different perspective? And if he can be the second co-star alongside Luka Doncic?
You see, I put on the beanie, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to go out there and like be thug like. That's how they had to be. That's how Austin Reeves needs to go. A little Eminem on you, right? You got to go 8 miles because you have to be a thug in this series because you have to attack. You have to be tough. You have to be brutal. You have to get after it. Austin Reeves is going to get paid. Like, I like Austin Reeves. He's an excellent player. Is he your number 2 guy? He might be the 2.5 guy, but not necessarily number 2, but he's going to get paid. And I'm not saying the Lakers are going to look at this because of this series. Oh my God, Austin Reeves isn't what he is. He's only played 1 game, right? Off of injury, or 2 games off of injury. He was out for a month. You know what he is, but your money is made in the playoffs. Your legacy is made in the playoffs. It doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. You can't be just go through the motions guy in the playoffs. You can't get shut down. So Austin Reeves is going to be very important for the Lakers' success. And if he's not successful,
I think that the Lakers were missing some scoring in that series against Houston Rockets. When you saw them as far as when they had that scoring drought, and you're trying to find who else besides LeBron James can get to the basket, can get to the free throw line. And that's where we were hoping when Austin Reeves returned. He did that early on when he came back. I believe it was game number 5. He was able to do that. And we're like, I was sitting right next to you, and Austin Reeves hit that first shot when he came in. And I was like, we looked at each other like, this might be one of those games. The crowd got into it. And then all of a sudden, fortunately, he was getting to the free throw line, but you started to see his offense kind of decline a little bit. You mentioned like he's not having enough legs underneath his jump shot. So a lot of, these games in his practice, hopefully he's ramped up now to be ready to go against OKC. But the Lakers really need him to have a big series if they even want to have any chance against OKC. Whether that's him getting to his bread and butter, getting to the basket, going downhill, getting to the free throw line. Like they need Austin Reeves to have a good series if they have any chance against OKC.
They need everybody to have a good series. See, OKC. This is why I like watching them on League Pass because they're so much fun to watch. Whether I really like Wallace, his approach. I love they build a team that's right, and this is why front offices matter. And like, look, the SGA trade, whatever. Most teams would have done that trade too for Paul George at the time. You're going all NBA, and don't even start saying, "Oh, we knew he was gonna." Nobody knew he was gonna be SGA when he was with the Clippers. He was coming off the bench for them. SGA used to train with Rui. You met Olin Simpless, right? The guard whisperer. The guard whisperer on Instagram. Go check him out. Olin used to have Rui and SGA together in the gym, right? And that's when my son used to go train with him sometimes. And you would see this guy, and he was just coming out of Kentucky. He's like, watch that kid, he's gonna be good. But nobody thought he'd be MVP, reigning MVP, coming after it like that. They knew he was gonna be a excellent basketball player, but to where he's at and how much of a leader he is, awesome, right? This is where OKC was able to trade a first rounder or second rounder to get Jared McCain as a backup.
Oh my goodness.
Finding AJ Mitchell in the second round. Wow, right? Hartenstein willing to go there, right, for the money. Hello, we're talking about Alex Caruso, which we haven't even brought him up yet, right?
No. and we didn't even mention Lou Dort. Like, I mentioned a little bit of Isaiah Joe, Chet Holmgren. So
Isaiah Joe too, man. Isaiah Joe gets that. This is why you're not a hater if you're saying the Lakers are going to lose. You're being a realist. Like, I'm not going to be captain and say, oh, the Lakers can win, but I don't think they're going to. Or be like Mason, our Lakers, yeah. No, like, you're a basketball fan. You know what's going on. You're watching the games, and you're like, you are the Lakers going to a gunfight with a BB gun. And it sucks, bro, because this is not what you expect, because Laker fans expect championships, but they are not a championship team. And it's not me being a hater. It's being realistic. Like, it was great that they got past the first round in Houston. Nobody picked them for a reason because they didn't have their star. And this is where I wish Luka was healthy. Because Luka healthy, it changes it around, right? But they're not going to get him back this series. And even if he does, coming back from a hamstring injury that bad, you don't even know what you're going to get, man. It sucks. It sucks. You're just hoping that you're not blown out every single game. And that's a terrible attitude to have.
We haven't even seen Luka Doncic even, like, as far as reports of him doing any, like, 3-on-3, any 5-on-5, or, you know, some sort of running drill, something. It's been just getting shots up and him just trying to get ramped up. So the extent of that injury is a lot more serious than we actually anticipated, because there was hopes that, you know, extend the Houston Rockets series and try to get him back in that. And then you saw reports that no update, no timetable. And then now with OKC, the reports of him possibly, if he does, return to Game 5, Game 6, maybe. So the extent of his injury is something that we got to look after. But just to kind of read some stuff in the YouTube chat, Beto, Brian in the YouTube chat says, "Hey, the Phoenix Suns kept 3 of the 4 games fairly close. The Lakers can do this." I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you, me personally. I feel like if the Lakers take care of the ball, and this is me, the Lakers take care of the ball. If they actually box out, they rebound. If they slow the tempo down, understanding that you don't have to be in a race, you don't have to try to be in a track meet with OKC, who wants you to play that style of basketball. If they're also able to find a way, which is really, really difficult to do, because all these things, they sound so easy, but it's hard to do this. If they are able to keep SGA from the free throw line, meaning keep their hands out of the cookie jar, just play solid, disciplined defense, knowing they don't have their secondary scorer in Jalen Williams, but that's still not the case when it comes to OKC. But if they just do those little things, you turn your cut the turnovers down a half, you rebound, you execute your offense, you actually get good scoring from your role players. You get those games 1 and 2 like you had against Houston from Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart, and you're able to transition that against OKC. The series could end up in, it could be a good series, meaning Lakers in 7 possibly, which everyone has been saying, Beto.
Okay. I think Brian has said it, that Phoenix kept it close 3 of the 4 games, right?
Yeah.
they still got swept.
Yeah. I know.
Can the
I'm
Lakers
trying to
keep
be optimistic, man.
No, absolutely. The Lakers can win tonight. They can win tonight. I have no doubt that they can. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because this is the first game, and OKC has to see what they're going to make the adjustments, right? You have to play hard right away. You have to be near perfect. The Lakers also have the rest. After tonight, it's every other day. And when OKC swarms you for 48 minutes, you're exhausted physically and mentally, and you have a day to recover. This is what OKC does. This is how they play. This is what they do. This is what they get after. So that's the issue with OKC going against the Lakers. You cannot let it up, right? So can they make it close every single game? Yeah. Can they win tonight? Yeah. More likely, we don't know what we're going to get. That's the problem with the Lakers this season, too. We don't know how consistent they could have been with a Luka Doncic, and that's been an issue all season long with the Lakers, is the fact that they're not consistent. Hello, Deondre Ayton, who's been playing better, but what are we going to get tonight?
Hey, I think that's another that we really haven't talked much about that. We touched briefly on DeAndre Ayton just before we close this episode out. Is we look at DeAndre Ayton and you look at Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. Ayton's focus is on Alperen Şengün. Alperen Şengün in a perimeter. Oh, you live with that. He doesn't really have a rock to his game. Everything, like I said, he want to do back down. Just a very basic back to the basket big. Can't take guys off the dribble, but he's looking to fail his body and get fouled. That's not the case with OKC. You got two different types of big men, especially when they're on the basketball court at the same time. You got Isaiah Hartenstein, who is an offensive rebounding machine. And the crazy thing is that he actually does a lot of things with the ball in his hands, whether it's a handoff to SGA. Like, he's really, really involved and active in the offense. Really good passer as well. So you got a big man like that who is a workhorse when it comes to rebounding. And then you know what the worst part is that you got Chet Holmgren, who is another big man who can block shots, but he also spaces the floor out. You got to take in consideration that he can knock down a three-point ball. And you know what he else is doing? He's taking guys off the dribble with his size. So the workload for DeAndre Ayton, and you mentioned Rui Hachimura. Hey, Rui, we need you to be able to knock down shots, but guess what? There might be moments where you are going to have to be matched up with Chet Holmgren just for size purposes, or whether it's LeBron, how JJ Redick wants his game plan heading into the night. But you got to look at the big man. You got to look at DeAndre Ayton. You see what you did with Houston. Are you going to be able to carry that over to OKC, who their big men are a lot better than Şengün and Clint Capella?
Clint Capella. I didn't expect to hear that name today.
I ain't no Clint Capella, man.
and you know, I've been hard on DeAndre Ayton all season long because watching him the past couple of years, but lately he's been excellent. But he has a tendency to shy away, right? Even the game where he got ejected, which was terrible, he had the 17 rebounds through 3 quarters. Great. Bring that out. You have to be a dog. You have to be that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I don't know what to expect tonight.
By the way, everyone in YouTube chat is saying that before you threw on this nice little, 2000.
Yes, my son. So for those who are wondering, I'm in my son's room. He's away at college, right? So this is the Lakers championship hat from 2010. Ooh. I'm not going to say where I got it, DeAndre, but I didn't buy it.
Tell you what, though, that's a nice hat.
I didn't buy it. I'll tell you that much.
And before you threw that on, everyone's saying when you threw the beanie on, they're like, hey, it's better.
First of all, my beanie is from Banana Republic, fools. It's not from Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet, man. There's texture to it, right? There's a texture to it. Like, you see a little texture, man.
That's it.
It's Banana Republic. So this hat right here, DeAndre.
Yeah.
Take a guess where I got it.
I don't know. That's a very unique. It's a very unique hat.
It's the official locker room hat. Look, never worn. It's just been in my son's. Look, it's there.
Look. Where'd you get it?
Official locker room.
Oh my goodness!
Damn right, I took her for the locker room.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Are you kidding? I'm about to say, man, what the hell?
So, back in those days, we used to have beat reporters. I used to go to every game, every practice. I used to do that, right? So I was in the Lakers locker room when they won the 2010 championship. And I'm standing there, and we're get done with the interviews. You know, we had a crazy post-game show. I think it was Josh Powell maybe, or Jordan Farmer, one of those guys. was there and we're talking to him, and I don't know who hands it to me, but like, you know, when they had it, the champagne was being poured. This was later on, so the champagne's already done, and somebody just grabbed it, and he like legit did this, like handed it off to somebody, and I was standing there, and I grabbed it, and I was like, all right, to hold it, and then I just started. I looked at it, I'm like, wait, there's not many people around here. Like, oh I did this one underneath the arm, walked out the locker room, holding my microphone.
That is wild, man.
16 years later, what are they gonna do? Come get me? Nobody's there.
Yeah, exactly.
PR people are gone. There ain't nobody there. So that's the official. I want to say it was maybe Josh Powell that I took it from. I'm not too sure.
Wow, Josh Powell and Jordan Farmer are two pools that I was not expecting to hear today on Lakers.
Well, you know me. I become friends with those guys. No, we're not wrapping it up, bro.
All right. Look, you got Tim over here saying we need to wrap this up, man. We got conversations today.
Wrap it up, bro. We're coming in. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, Deondre. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. That's what you're gonna do.
Just look at this. All the stuff that Beto has today on Lakers Talk Daily. You can catch him tonight, man. Lakers one more for Beto. Got Lakers pre-half and post today. Make sure you tune in.
2016.
Okay.
The draft hat.
Oh my goodness, man.
So you know when you get drafted?
Yes, and you go ahead and throw the hat. Yeah. You took that from Alonzo Ball.
So these are the ones that they had at the facility. Like when they take them to New York for the guys drafted, they put them on, or when they come to LA and they take the official team picture. So I'm not gonna say that was on the table and I just took it, but
oh my goodness, man. That is crazy, man. All right. Tim is trying to wrap us up as we should. Beto, thank you so much for coming on today. Get ready for Lakers pre-half and post. Gonna have a lot of interesting calls today, depending on how OKC and this Lakers game go. Game one, baby. Let's see what the Lakers can do. Can they come out with that energy and intensity and match that against OKC? I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. You guys can catch me on the IG Live immediately after this game one reaction. All right, you guys have a good one. I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Your boy is out.